to the progress report. As you know, we just finished celebrating Mother's Day. And I thought, what better way to celebrate my mother than to interview her on the progress report? She thought it was a good idea too. We're here with the one and only Ida, my mother. I don't call her Ida, but for my own health purposes and well-being. But y'all can. Don't call her anything other than that, because that's her name and you don't want a situation. But I call her mother, and this is my mother, and I'm really excited that she's on the progress report. Woohoo! You always tell me every birthday the story of my birth. And we should start there. It's the Mother's Day edition.
Since birth, or even before birth, you've had a mind of your own. When I got pregnant with you, I was a mere 112 pounds. Okay?
See, it was the 70s. I needed you to eat more.
Let's fast forward. First of all, you were supposed to be born on April 1st.
And for the record, I tried to be born on the 1st.
April 1st.
Okay?
She did.
So before there's any, you get too far into the story, understand, I tried to do what I was told because that's the kind of person I am. And then there was, you tell it.
I figured at that point, we had enough fools in the family. You were not going to be born on April Fool's Day. So as I told Dr. McCoy, I will keep my legs closed until it's 12:01.
This is when the story falls apart, though.
No. 12:01. I was ready to have
But how do you close your legs when you're in labor? Well, that's not my fault.
You do if you don't want people going up there and pulling out a baby. And since I waited, you decided, okay, you're going to wait a little longer.
Right. Because I was ready to come out.
Not only did you decide not to come out on time, but approaching the 14th hour, Dr. McCoy had to go in and turn you around 3 times because you decided you're going to do breech birth. No,
I was exploring because at that point I bought myself some time.
Exploring.
I was like, let me see what's going on. Say goodbye one last time or 3 last times before I'm exiting.
Micia, 23 hours later, when you decided to come, unilateral episiotomy, 38 stitches,
I think I forgot that part. I'm really sorry.
Really?
Ow!
Yes.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Sorry about the stitches. So the kind of mother that you are is a very special one, and I think a lot of people who are in my life who know you know and appreciate you for all of who you are and the mothering way that you express yourself. You're still wild and crazy, but
unorthodox.
Unorthodox, true.
I would be referred to.
Yeah. But you do things in a way where you're really shining that mother love all over the place. I just really appreciate how you have that spirit in you.
Thank you.
Not only for me, but for other people. And last year we lost grandmother.
Yes.
Your mother, and there are a lot of folks who have lost their mothers, and Mother's Day is hard. It's a hard holiday, right?
It is. As I said, you're my baby. As a matter of fact, you're my favorite child.
I am her only child, as stated previously. She tries to talk about all these other kids when I get in trouble. Let it be known. I'm the only one. The first and only. Let's be clear.
However, you have surrounded yourself with such a family, both on the East Coast and West Coast. And these people coming into your lives have also affected my life because I worried about you while you were on the West Coast, but I knew once I met a few of them that you were looking after each other, and that put my mind at ease.
That's how we do in Oaktown, baby. See progress report number 6, Oakland.
Okay, so I adopted a few of them, you know. Some of them are like Ida, some of them it's Miss Ida, others Mama Ida, whatever, and and they're my babies.
A lot of folks came to the show on Wednesday. You came to the show on Wednesday.
It was fantastic.
We had a good time. So thank you to everyone who came to Micia, Mosely and Friends at Wild Cafe Theater. And this is where I'm really happy that my mother's in the audience, because Mother, thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to actually take a shower. Because when I went to college, I was confused. Okay? Because in college you have these dorm showers, right? They have a little curtain, but everybody has a little kit. I didn't know you're supposed to wear flip-flops into the shower, because in my house, you clean the shower, therefore you can go in barefoot, right? Apparently not so much at the university. If you are used to taking the soap and simply putting it on your body, rinsing and walking away, I need to tell you now, you are not
clean. You see, it's physics. I went to Brooklyn Tech, that's how I know. You need some friction. Invest in that washcloth. That's why they sell them in sets. Did you notice that in the stores? It's not just a towel for drying off, right? Some of you may be wondering, what's that washcloth for when you go to a hotel? They give you washcloths. Why? So you can use them. And if you didn't learn, my mother's right back there. I'm sure she'd be happy to give you some pointers. We also need people to know that brushing your teeth in the morning is not an option. It's not an option. It's a responsibility. Sometimes people make the mistake of thinking that a beverage can mask what was happening while you were sleeping. When you were asleep, things were happening to you, and if I have to talk to you, they are then going to happen to me. And I don't want that. Because you're talking and I can't hear you because the sound of the funk is overwhelming. And the funk mixed with orange juice does not help, it's just the citrus funk. It's acidic funk.
When you taught me about hygiene,
yes,
and I'm grateful for that.
Good.
Because, I know I'm good because you raised me right. And I'm not saying about other people, but you raised me right. You know, the feet are washed, moisturizing. You just helped me understand you also have to exfoliate.
That's right.
When you're moisturizing. Because otherwise then you're just putting oil on top of the dirt, which is like a mud clog. And that's, you know, when we went to, what was that, Calistoga, that was fine. But then you wash.
Yeah.
You wash it off. And then you exfoliate to get the moisture in. That's why black don't crack. Moisturization.
When you left home, that was your basic. Mm-hmm. You must exfoliate and moisturize. At all times.
All times.
I don't care what's happening in your life. Okay?
It's true. It's true.
There's only one of you, and you must be fabulous.
Got to be fabulous.
Okay.
You heard it here first. Thank you so much, Mother. Thank you for being
You're
here.
welcome,
I love you.
Darling. I love you too.
I love you. So we hope you've enjoyed our progress reports thus far. This is lucky number 7. And we're going to take a little hiatus, but we'll be back in the fall. I mean, it is the summertime. We've been working hard this semester. I mean, it's time for the best team in the world. Come on. The New York Mets? Yes. This is our year 2010. I understand that over the last few seasons we've had some situations which we will not get into, but I am wearing the orange faithful. We're bringing it in 2010.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Woo! We've had a great time here at the Progress Report. I mean, you remember that we had New Year's and Barack's first year in office, and don't forget, you got to love the black people. I hope by now everyone has at least a few black people to love. If you don't, write in. We will help find you somebody. So we're going to be watching some baseball, playing some softball, grilling, chilling, you know, otherwise having a summer. Well, that's not all we're going to be doing. I'm excited to share that I will be filming my first feature film this summer in Maine. Summertime in New England, on the beach, with lots of white people, because it's Maine. Another thing that's going to happen is that I get to perform at the Michigan Women's Music Festival with Sisters in the Pit. Who are Sisters in the Pit, you might ask? Now remember a couple episodes I was telling you about Cheney, right? Sisters in the Pit, this is my favorite rock and roll band in the world. I mean, tied with Living Colour. I mean, there's always Living Colour, that's like basic. But Sisters in the Pit changed my life. I followed them to Switzerland, y'all, on my own dime. Switzerland! So I'm gonna be with them at Mitch Fest in August. If you don't have your tickets, get them now. You can still get your early bird special. Then when we come back, we have a little surprise for you. I mean, I tell you, but it's undercover, it's secret. I mean, when we come back in the fall. I mean, I really can't get into it. You never know who's listening. Okay, I'll tell you. Turns out, this fall we're gonna be back with this great project called... Now coming up this week, I mean right away, is the Fierce 10th Anniversary Gala. It's a gala because we're fiercely gay. Fierce is an organization run by and for queer youth of color. We're gonna have Michelle Ndegeocello, Toshi Regan, Stacey Ann Chin, and myself. We're gonna have a fantastic time. Later in the month, I'll be performing at Wild Cafe Theater in Lesbos. I'm doing some lesbian burlesque. It will be my burlesque debut. I feel a little shy telling people that, but I think I'm ready. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been here along the way, from Morgan Nichols, behind and in between and all around the camera, Josh Cantor's music, all of the wonderful guests we've had, particularly my godson. I mean, everybody else was fantastic, don't get me wrong, but you know, the cuteness. So some people have wondered, what's that antenna at the end of every progress report? Brooklyn Tech, baby. Brooklyn Tech, that's right. Engineers, you know. Yeah, baby. Brooklyn Tech, what? Class of 91, you better ask somebody.